Absolutely gorgeous day yesterday. We played the links in the quarry in the afternoon. It was just so awesome. Then we had a nice dinner over there. Look at this. This is why I tell you when we're playing that the links course in particular to me feels like kind of the sweeping golf that you see oftentimes in Scotland. And you're on these bluffs high above the inland sea of Lake Michigan, and was just incredible. So inspiring. Look at this, right? And I love the brushstroke of Arthur Hills, my dear friend. Rest in peace, Arthur, with what's been crafted. It's incredible. Bernie Friedrich joining us right now, officially now the director of golf course renovations, back from his near-death experience yesterday. How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I was scared, really scared.
I'll tell you what. I will tell you things happen for a reason, right? And I was playing with one of the Lionhearts, and he was back. He was going for a green and two and a par five, and he was back. I think he was like 240 or so. I don't know what it was, but the end of the shot was downhill. So I go down, and there's this little knoll, because I wanted to go down there so I could see where his ball went, because there was no way he could see from where he was. He hits this shot, and it just takes off, snaps it. And it was above me, so I could see the direction it was going. I'm watching it go. We're in the middle out in the woods. And all of a sudden I look, and I didn't know it was you, but somebody who comes driving up in a golf cart, it was going at him like it was a guided missile.
I was 40 yards off the ring,
Oh, you were way off. And I scream at him, Forlem! He dives. The thing missed him by that much. So I went down to see how he was doing. He goes, "That was your one chance." Yep. Yep. You're okay today.
Yep, I am.
How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing great. We had a fundraiser here last night. I was the bartender. It's the Golf Pros serve our members as a fundraiser.
Very nice.
And, bus, and I was bartender, so I make strong drinks so they don't come back as often. And
when was the last time you were a bartender for real?
For real? Never.
For real?
Never.
Are you telling me back in the day you didn't hop behind the bar when you had to?
No, I used
to have to do that.
I like the other side of the bar much better.
I can't blame you. I can't blame you for that. We just had the graphic up. We were talking about 10 golf courses, Boyne Golf. When do we officially say 11?
We're doing some previews this year, and I'd be happy to show you the golf course, but it's next spring. Next spring is we're going to open it. It's in really actually pretty good shape right now, but we're going to wait till next spring, along with the putting green that we have, which is 1.5 acre putting green. So we're going to wait till then, and then one of the purposes was obviously short courses are really popular.
This is Dunebray he's talking about.
Dunebray, right? And the short courses are popular around the country, and it gives opportunity for families and people to be able to play it, keep interested in golf. But it also keeps, the opportunity for groups like yourself that are here for 4 or 5 days without having to play 36 holes every single day that get a little tired. They have an opportunity to go over and play that.
Do you have it like you promote it as such, like go on out, grab a pint with you, walk around, just relax?
100%. It's right off the bar.
Well, here it is.
Right off the bar at the hotel, and it's fun. It's fun. It's kind of they're not like Donald Ross, the duplicate holes. These are inspired by, first of all, it's on the ski slope. Dunebray means slope into a valley. So they're inspired by, McDonald, Seth Rayner, and it's just fun. It's
obviously what we're looking at here, this was in growing, right?
Yeah, this was in growing.
But it shows really cool kind of cutting rings around these greens. Am I to believe these greens were all raised then?
No, they were just on a slope. They weren't raised. They were leveled a little bit because of the slope. Yep. And the dark areas that you see there, in the growing, that's all fescue. So it's all 18 inches of fescue that you're walking around in between.
Holy cow!
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
It really is. It really is.
Did you spray the grass, or did you guys sod it, or how did you approach it?
We sodded most of the fairways, and the other thing is, Pinehurst, and they have tee boxes. We're not going to have tee boxes. We're going to put a marker in there, and everything is going to be cut fairway height. So the point is, you go play at any place you want. You and I are playing, and I said, well, okay, we're going to play this a downhill shot, a side hill shot to the green, and things like that. There's no mandatory places to tee.
Now, what were you talking about with the putting green that you mentioned?
It's an 1.5 acre putting green that has a Himalaya type putting green that has a lot of rolling things. It is right next to Dune Bray. It's right outside of the slope side bar at the hotel and stuff. And we're going to put up to 27 holes. I'm sorry, 1 through 9, and so forth, that you can play with your buddies and stuff as a 9-hole thing and an 18-hole thing. But the most important thing is at each hole there's going to be a beverage holder.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
So that's important on those type of places.
Well, like you said, you've got people that are doing a lot of golf and playing a lot of golf, and I've seen in these type facilities, they're out there sometimes in flip flops or barefoot, just playing golf and chilling and relaxing and having a good time, which is a really cool piece of it. When you were building Dune Bray, how much were you involved in the green shaping in particular?
Well, I was the person on site. So Ray Hearn is the architect and has done all of our remodel stuff, but I was there on a day-to-day with the construction, and we did tweak some, you know.
I thought so, yeah.
And
whoa, look at that! That was during shaping, right?
Yeah. And by the way, this is lit too.
No.
Yeah. So it's on our ski hill, which has lights on it for night, and it works out that this will be lit. Now, I don't know how good that's going to be at 12 o'clock at night. Probably not a good things happen after that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's kind of a trade-off then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
But anyway, it will be lit. There's certain times of year like this right now that you can, light it up and still be able to play it.
So correct me if I'm wrong here then, Bernie. In the wintertime, this is going to be underneath a blanket of snow. People are going to be skiing over this golf course?
That's correct. Right.
What about the bunkers? Moguls?
We put barrels in the bunkers and big barrels, and then we make snow over top of them so they're flush. We also have on our groomer, we have a device, a LiDAR device that measures it, that knows the depth of the snow, so they don't go over it when it's too thin.
That is crazy. It's very cool and very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
With everything that's going on. You guys have been crazy busy over the course of the last couple of seasons, haven't you?
Yeah. We're we started like the Donald Ross course and in '87, and we just didn't have the technology to do the golf course right. So we're going back with Ray's help. We had the LiDAR that I talked about, Google Earth and things like that, and access to Donald Ross's original drawings, even if it's on a piece of paper. But we have access to do that, and we can really get it down to really an inch of the greens, down to an inch of what they're supposed to be.
That's incredible.
And we've made some significant changes. That's Royal Dornoch, number 14, our number 10.
Yeah.
You'll see that today. It's got a little more grass on it than that picture, but it's the green is 3 times bigger than the green that you last played it.
Oh, okay, great.
It's almost it's over 12,000 square feet with some pretty good movement in it. But so we're excited about that. We've redone number 1, which is a 7-hole playing field. Number 2, we've redone 13, that are complete. 13, which is a 7-hole aerodynamic, and a Pinehurst hole number 16 from number 2. So we're going to keep improving and spending a lot of money to do this, to not redo holes, but redo our holes to make it more realistic.
And speaking about the credibility that goes with something like that, the competitive credibility of these golf courses, which have never been in question, are only being affirmed once more, because Now you've got an Epson Tour event coming in. So you literally have the stars of the game tomorrow that will be competing on your golf courses.
Right. They're playing the Heather. They have a 3-year contract to play, and it's in June. And we play a lot of tournaments. There's a lot of statewide big tournaments that are played on here, and had a celebrity like they play in Tahoe here at one point in time. But yeah, and we're going back through all of our golf courses, to try to keep me employed with Ray Hearn, and made a 10-year plan of all of our golf courses. So we're going to keep picking away and doing things even to the Heather in the next year, 2 years, and at Bay Valley as well.
Do you ever do nothing? Just like I'm staying home, not doing anything. I'm gonna stay on the couch today and watch.
I tried it the other day, and I made it till quarter
like
after
9:30. Yeah,
quarter after 8.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds exactly what it was all about. How is 2025 looking for you already?
Really good, actually. I a little worried. We were a little worried about economy and things like that, and people cutting up, but it cutting down on expenses. But it's really looking good. Bookings are well. I think we're on our way to have another great year. I think we've had 10 best years ever in a row.
Wow.
And we're going to continue to do that. And that's why we're doing all these changes. That's why we're trying to keep up on the maintenance practices. That's why you play Crooked Tree. We put all new bunkers in there, and sand in there and stuff like that. So we're going to keep working on it.
It's beautiful. And I've told you this one-on-one many times, and I've mentioned it to the audience before. But for me, the way I judge a golf experience is I say to myself, if I had to play just this one course for the rest of my life, would I be happy? And it's hard for me to decide which one of those courses here would be the one, because every time I'm on them, I go, like, for example, like Crooked Tree, the other day that we're on it, you're reminded again of just how great a golf course it is, and be like, I'd be perfectly happy here. And it keeps happening. I mean, as you know, the Hills course is my favorite course of all of them. For a whole variety of different reasons, mostly because I can see Arthur's design concepts consummate. But I just think it's amazing. Couple ways, Bernie. One, that you have such incredibly good golf courses, but two, there's no two golf courses out here that are similar to each other. They're all distinctive.
Yes, yeah, and the point well taken too is the people ask me all the time when I was in a different position and said, what's your favorite? And I always said, I couldn't say I have a favorite. I said, they're like kids. They're all my favorite. But with the Ross changes that are coming or that have been coming along, it's amazing how impact that has. And Ross is one of my favorites now. I can say it now, but the Ross last year, while we were remodeling it and didn't even have all the holes open, increased 19% over the year before. And that's, we had increases all over, but that was the biggest increase. And now members are saying, wow, Ross might be my favorite golf course now, and things like that. So it's again, and that's why we try to keep doing things that we're doing.
Yeah, it's very cool. I mean, if you are a fan of the Masters of golf, then this Donald Ross Memorial is a very, very unique golf course. They went out and picked what they felt were 18 of his best from around the world of golf, and then used modern technology to craft the land that they continue to tweak as that technology gets better and better and better. Argument could be made that the golf holes here are actually truer to his original design concept than the originals, what with changes, et cetera. So it's a remarkable experience. It's one we're going to have today. And I have to admit that ironically, the Donald Ross course here, though I've played it a number of times, is the course that I have the least amount of experience on. So I'm very much looking forward to the canvas that we'll be introduced to once more, especially with these changes. If you had a message for the world about Boyne Golf, what would it be?
Well, I think what it used to be is they come up and for the weekends, and they were all from Michigan. Now the message is that there's so many more flights to our area, and plan on several days here and be able to play and experience multitude of golf courses like you have been doing. And I think with the climate that we have up here, the daylight that we have, there's probably no better place to play golf.
There is no doubt about that. We can attest to the same because it is as beautiful as that what you're watching on your television screens right now. Bernie, it's great to see you as always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything you have done.